All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Horror Returns. I'm Lance. With me, as always, we got Philip, Brian, and our man Pedro in the house, coming up from I guess, the bench. Is that what you described last time, Pedro?
The what? The bench.
He's coming off the bench.
I
I don't
guess,
know, man.
He's the 12th man, the
The
fourth man.
12th man.
I'm always coming off the bench here, and I love it. I always love hanging around with you guys. So,
Well, we
All
appreciate it.
right. Yeah, well, it was Oz Perkins week, so I figure it's probably right up your alley, man. We'll
nah,
we'll
man, come
see.
on now. You're being sarcastic. This was not an easy week to watch two back-to-back movies with this guy. But I mean,
Yeah.
spoiler alert. I enjoyed them both, but it's not easy getting through these
Okay.
movies.
Yeah, I understand that.
Hour and a half movies that feel like 6 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very methodical. How about that? But
Yeah,
use a big word.
I've got some things to say for sure.
All right. Well, we got a lot to cover. You guys want to jump into Cool of the Week, Pedro?
Yeah. I have a bunch. I mean, I've been doing a lot of stuff. Obviously, my Dodgers just won the playoffs. That kept me busy for the month of October. Just what a roller coaster ride! One of the greatest World Series of all time. Just going, toe to toe with the Jays. One of the highest rated World Series in history because of the Jays, Canada, Otani, of course, he's kind of like all over the place, Japan. So it was like kind of like a worldwide spectacle. Came down to game seven, came down to just all kinds of little mini plays that got, the Dodgers over the hump. By in no way, shape, or form did they have an easy ride to the championship because I know there's a lot of haters that are saying that. But yeah, it was nice to, we want to we're back to back, so we're trying to three-peat, which hasn't been done since the Yankees did it back in 98, 99, 2000. And we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I've been doing that. Been watching some movies. So I checked out Frankenstein, which I know everybody did. You guys talked briefly about it last week, I think, on last week's show.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not really the biggest Guillermo del Toro fan. I mean, I think he's a little self-indulgent a lot of the times.
Yeah,
Sometimes he comes off as pretentious with his work. Um, and it's the same thing with this one. I liked it. I enjoyed the movie. Will I watch it again? Probably not. I liked Oscar Isaac's performance. I thought he was amazing in the movie. And I really like when
Mm-hmm.
he was on screen. I really like when he was on screen. But when they showed the POV of the monster, that's when the movie lost me. Like I was like, come on, like we're over here with Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein, and then we're gonna switch it over for about an hour and a half. It's like a long, point of view of the
hmm,
monster. I like the third act a lot. I thought how it ends pretty good. So that was all right. I'll never watch it again though. Um,
he's like, I just wanted to pet the rabbits.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. So
So innocent.
yeah, and he's getting a lot of critical like reviews, like positive. The actor that portrayed Frank the monster, I should say. Um, and then I saw Predator Badlands, which I thought was amazing, which it really surprised me,
Yeah.
because
Mm-hmm.
obviously now, they're owned by Disney, so that you could tell there was a Disneyfication of the character
Yeah,
of the movie,
definitely.
which fine, like
But it was
if
fun.
yeah, it was fun. I mean, I had a great time with it. I think I said it on this show. I wasn't looking forward to it at all. The trailer didn't sell me on it. The
Mm-hmm.
the main guy, the main predator, looked kind of weird. He didn't look like any of the other predators. But I mean, they explained that in the story, so that was fine. And yeah, I mean, the Disneyfication of it was there. It was they try to get. You could tell they had merchandising in their mind a lot of the times, which is typical of Disney. And I thought like the PG-13 rating, I was like, here we go, Disney. But there was no humans in the movie, so there was no blood. So
Mm-hmm.
they got away
Right.
with it. Because I'll tell you this, the movie's still very tense. Like the movie is still like if you're taking a little kid, there's still that tension within the film. And there's still decapitations and blades through the heart and all that stuff. So I was really impressed by it. I like this new world that this director is kind of creating for it. And we'll see where they go. And I also like how I don't know the guy that played the main predator. Um, he did a good job in like showing emotion without actually being able to talk or like really do much. I thought that was pretty good too. The way we start caring for that character. Um, Even though the character is very limited in what they could do for us to care for him, I thought that was pretty good. So yeah, no, really, really good movie. I think it's gonna end up in my top 10 for sure. Now that we're kind of in the towards
Nice.
the end of the year. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably.
So let me see what else did I watch. I have my list here. That I
So
took.
when Pedro, when you see Disneyfication, you were thrown off when they had that whole Predator Princess storyline.
Yeah.
That what got you?
Yeah, I was like, here we go, man.
Well,
Disneyfication and pussification go hand in hand.
I still don't like the design of this predator. It grew on me as time went, but it was like, I don't know. I mean, I guess they explained it. I still don't like the design.
Yeah, because I don't think I
It's all
think that's
right.
how I think that's how like young Predator's supposed to look, and he was a young kid. I think he was a kid. I don't know the whole,
Well,
mythology.
I know he was a runt, so he wasn't like as big as the rest of them, and he looked a little different. Like maybe he was like Down syndrome predator. That probably shouldn't have said that.
Well, nah,
No, no, no,
why
that's
not?
fine.
I
You can,
mean,
no, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
that's within the parameters. You're using terminology that's acceptable. Um, and it's true to life, right? I mean, there's a lot of people that would still look down on somebody that has that in their family, unfortunately. Um, I saw the Roof Man, which is not horror, but it's just kind of going through.
I saw that one.
It was a good movie, but it was a little far fetched. I don't know if that really happened. It
Sure.
was just, uh,
Creative liberties, maybe.
it was working with my anxieties because I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
like Shannon Tatum living on the other side of that wall, like, and
Yeah.
he's just kicking it there. Like I'm thinking, what's to stop somebody from just peeking over during work hours? And he's
Right.
just he
Or
just has
going
a
up there
bed.
to smoke a joint.
Yeah, he just literally just has a bed there and chilling. And I'm
Right.
like, what the fuck?
I
It,
did watch a body cam video like where they caught some crazy lady who had been like living on the top of some Walmart type store, Dollar General, fuck, I don't know what it was, I can't remember. But like she'd been up there for like months.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I mean, she was nuts. The cops were pretty chill with her, but like she was very obviously crazy.
Yeah, so I don't
Huh.
know. It was a good
Interesting.
it was a good time waster, but I'll never watch it again. I watched it because it was getting a good like some good reviews, and I'm like, it's just a basic movie. But then I watched another movie that's kind of horror adjacent, House of Dynamite. Did you guys catch this one on Netflix?
Not yet.
Who's in that
Okay,
one?
well, it's called House of Dynamite. It's about what would happen if there's like a missile that's coming down to from Russia, or it's not identified where it's coming from, but it's coming, and
Mm-hmm.
it kind of it's very much like almost like an anthology film where it's taking
Okay.
you from three different. I'm not gonna give too much away because you guys haven't seen it. It's from the perspective of three different people in government, and how they react to that because the missile's coming, but they don't know who launched it. So there's a lot of little possibilities of
Well.
you know, and it's pretty tense. It's pretty tense.
Right.
It's the payoff. I wasn't happy with the payoff, but then again, that seems to be the consensus. But yeah, you guys should check it out. It's a good little 2 hour movie, and it's very tense and it's riveting. But the third act is kind of wonky. So that's pretty much it. That's what I've been doing. Just I was out camping. I was out in Central California over the last few days.
Cool.
Got to rent a cabin with some friends and just hung out in nature. And that's the cool thing about California, man. We got it all here. Beaches, woods, desert, all mountains,
Texas.
Sure.
um, expensive bills because it's not cheap to live here. But it was a good time. Got to recharge. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to the end of the year where everything, as a culture, I think we start to slow down during these last few days of the year.
Makes
I
sense.
love
So
I
so
love
what
Christmas
what
season.
takes what takes you love Christmas, Philip?
Hell yeah, man. It's coming
Yeah.
up. I'm happy. Get to spend
Yeah.
time with
We
some family, cook some good food.
we put the tree up tonight.
Yeah. I think I convinced my wife to get a real tree this year.
Yeah.
She's not thrilled about it, but we're gonna make it
It's always a good thing.
happen.
All right. So what's cool of the week, Pedro?
uh
What takes the cake,
I
Pedro?
would say the Dodgers being in the hunt for that whole month of October was exhilarating. What a roller coaster ride. So
Playoff hunt. Dodgers playoff hunt.
and they took it all the
Gotcha.
way. So
Okay.
that makes sense. I had a couple little things I watched this week. My wife turned on a movie called Words on the Bathroom Walls. Uh
Okay.
yeah, it's sort of a young adult-ish movie, but it's about like this kid with schizophrenia, but like you're watching everything who through his point of view. It's somebody I've seen before. I can't remember. Plummer, Jake Plummer, maybe something like that. Anyway, you're seeing the whole thing through his perspective, and so all of these characters in his mind you see popping up around, and it's very chaotic. And like he's got
Huh.
the the hippie chick who's trying to chill him out, the sexual guy who's in like boxers and a bathrobe and turning everything sexual. He's got like
Right?
this tough guy bodyguard dude, and the darkness. And so it goes through like his life in high school and
Oh,
trying to get
wow.
into college. I guess that's when it hit. But I pretty good movie about mental illness stuff. I thought it was good.
Sounds
Um,
interesting.
but I think my cool of the week. Oh, and I did watch uh the first new episode of Landman.
Yeah.
Um, going pretty good so far. I like that show, man. It's fun. But I think my cool of the week is going to be Welcome to Derry.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think
Been
they brought
loving
it
it
back
too.
a
I
little
forgot
bit.
to bring that up. Yeah, I've been watching it as well.
Yeah, it's a pretty quality horror show. Like I understand Steve's problem with the last episode because they had like the
The bike
ghost
scene.
kids. Yeah, the ghost kids that looked like they were like from a fucking haunted house at Disney World.
It
But
looked like they was on that ET ride at
yeah.
Universal.
Seriously.
I love that ride, Brian.
But I think they kind of brought it back with this episode. The mind reader guy in the military was doing his mind reading thing, and that was a pretty cool scene. So
Yeah,
bringing it back.
hollering. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is getting a little. How did these people? You know, you can't win with these people on the internet. First, I love that show. First of all, I think for the most part, it's been a home run. I know people want to see Pennywise, but that's not the point. The point is that you're seeing it.
Hmm.
Right.
You're seeing the
Sure.
entity, and the entity comes out in different ways. And every single time he's come out on the show, he's very scary. Like even as
Yeah.
a grown ass man that I am, like I look at some like the the mom on the bed, and I think it was episode two. That was I haven't been scared like that in a while. The first scene in the pilot episode with the family, like that's all this
Giving
entity
birth
like
to demon babies.
there you go. The ending of the first episode, the beginning and the ending are both amazing because all the expectations and
Yeah. Good
subverts your
Hmm.
pilot.
expectations. Um, but people want the clown. They're like, "Where's the clown?" And it's like the clown has been there. This is the clown, and for whatever reason, and I think they're gonna explain it. There's a reason why he or it, whatever, prefers to take the shape of a clown. But I was gonna say one of the complaints of this week on the interwebs is that they're gonna it's gonna be too much backstory of Pennywise, because they
I
started teasing it
like
this
that.
like they're gonna tell you why he only chooses to stay in Derry and the whole thing
Okay.
with the
I want to know that.
Native
That's good
Americans.
stuff.
But these people always bitch about something, so
Yeah.
Of
that's this
course.
week that's this week's bitch of the week is like why are we learning too much about it? Well,
I
he
thought
needs
that
to
was
be
cool.
famous.
We got like some Pennywise backstory stuff, like, like some
Yeah,
history of it. I was like, that was a really cool scene. I was like
right.
totally engrossed.
Yeah, no, and connecting it to the James Raymar character, who's also we're gonna talk about later on too, that actor. And yeah, I've been loving it, and I can't wait to see where they go for the second half because I think it's already out of the bag. I think Pennywise does show up in episode five, which is the one that's coming up this
Okay.
coming Sunday. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
All right. Brian, what you got?
Also keeping up with it. Welcome to Derry. Solid so far. Checked out some movies. I'm gonna start from the bottom up.
All right.
Checked out Good Fortune with Aziz Ansari, Keanu
Oh yeah.
Reeves, Seth
I saw
Rogen.
that. I saw that.
Where is that one?
I enjoyed it for what it was. I enjoyed it. It
Yeah,
was all right.
it was okay, but I don't know why Keanu was in this movie because this is probably he. I mean, he's not a great actor, but this
No,
is
he's not.
probably one of the worst acting jobs because he felt like he was reading from a piece of paper the whole entire
But that's
time.
his gimmick, though. He does that in every
Right?
movie. And the only reason John Wick works is because the character of John Wick is like that himself. So that's why
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
works.
Good
true.
But
point. Yeah,
but
good point.
but every other like he's always very stoic and just like reading off cue cards and stuff. And that's his charm. That's Keanu's charm. What's the name of the lead guy in that movie again? What's his name again?
Aziz Ansari.
Yes, he's
I believe
Ansari.
he
Like
wrote and directed it
his
too.
voice is very annoying.
Really?
Like
Yeah,
he has
Oh
a very
yeah.
annoying
Super
voice.
high pitched.
Because it seems
yeah.
like he's kind of like I'm looking for like Muppets around him for some reason whenever he talks, and
A little bit.
they're just not there, and it's like, bro, are you like dubbing yourself? Like this is an overdub. So every time he would talk, like it would take me out of the movie. Hey, how you doing? No, are we gonna get it right? Like it's like,
Yeah.
dude, that's so weird. Especially
Yeah,
during the
he's kind of like doing a voice the whole time.
especially during the scenes that are supposed to be grounded, like it was very
Uh-huh.
awkward, and so that, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, Pedro hit it right on the nose. Like the scene where he finally learns from his mistakes
Yeah.
Oh
and then
no.
he starts
Yeah.
talking and I'm just like, I can't take you serious.
Can't
Right.
take it seriously.
That should have been a Keanu scene.
Let's see what else I checked out. I checked out Tina Romero's Queens of the Dead.
Ah, okay.
Zombie
I saw
apocalypse
that.
happens at a drag show and drag queens and club kids battle zombies.
All right.
It's a horror
Why
comedy. The
not?
comedy didn't hit,
Uh,
and she did not
Mm,
reinvent what her father helped create because it's this basically the same scenario. People are stuck in an area and trying to keep the zombies
sure.
out. That's
How
it.
dare you, Brian? The LGBTQ community is gonna be so upset at you.
Okay.
You're not allowed to hate that movie, okay?
Okay.
Well, if you want to send me hate mail, it's the horror returns at gmail.com.
There you go.
Have you guys ever did you guys ever watch Deathstalker in the 80s?
Yes.
Sword and
No.
Sorcery.
Hmm.
I checked out
I don't know what
the
that is.
remake
Okay.
done by Steven Kazansky, I believe is his name. Lance,
Yeah.
he made Psycho Gorman.
Hmm.
Oh,
Is that the one with Kevin
I
Sorbo?
didn't realize he did that.
I
The
don't
old one.
know if Kevin Sorbo's in it.
I saw
He
I
looks
saw
like Kevin Sorbo.
okay,
huh.
because I saw something with Kevin Sorbo and
Hercules.
he's holding the
Okay.
sword.
Yeah. He doesn't there's nobody you would recognize in this movie. The
Kidding.
It's kind of boring. The only good part is if you know Steven Kazansky's work with that and The Void and other stuff, he uses all practical, so everything's practical, a lot of blood and guts, but the story's kind of boring.
All right. Watch
Yeah.
it for that at least, right?
Yeah, but I remember those sword and sorcery movies in the 80s, those fantasy adventure movies. It didn't scratch that itch for me.
Okay.
He was trying to
Yeah.
replicate that era, but it didn't work for me.
There was quite a few back then.
Yeah.
Beastmaster,
That's
was the
right.
one with the big flying dog? Was that one called?
The never-ending
Never
The
story.
story,
Never-Ending
yeah.
Story. That's right. That's another one
Ah,
that was kind of fantasy.
that was classic.
Legend was a favorite of mine from back then.
Yeah,
That
that's
was a
another one,
good one.
Legend.
Yeah.
Very young Tom Cruise. I just ran across that on like Amazon or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my cool of the week will have to go to a movie on Tubi called The Decedent.
Huh.
It's
Okay.
a found footage movie that takes place at a funeral home.
Writing this down.
I don't think I've heard of this one. This is
It
all
Oh, yeah,
new.
is
be there.
directed by what is his name? His name is Andrew Bauer. He
Okay.
starred and directed that movie. I don't know if you guys ever seen it, Onyx the Fortuitous.
I've heard of
No.
it.
It's kind of a horror comedy. I didn't care for it, but I gave this one a try. He's in this movie, but he's a small side character in it. Essentially, this lady, she does like the makeup and prosthetics for like, funerals and stuff for dead bodies. She has a client that she's working on that committed suicide, so she has to like recreate his head, and while she's doing this, like strange disturbances happen, and
Oh,
she
this
also,
looks cool.
yeah, it was pretty cool. The effects were pretty decent. It's a straightforward story, and I like the reason why there was cameras because usually you get found footage and you're like, why are they never putting down a camera? Because
Sure.
she's making a tutorial also while doing her job on how to do her job. So she's got the GoPro on her head that she never takes off.
Okay.
Okay.
So pretty
Sounds pretty cool,
decent,
man.
I
pretty
like
decent
found
movie
footage.
for Tubi.
Tubi's got some good shit.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
sure
and I'm a
do.
sucker for like found footage stuff. Like I'm looking forward to
Mhm.
that one you just said, and then the Eli Roth one that just came out. What's it called? Dream Eater
Uh-oh.
or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that one's already out to
Okay.
quote unquote rent. So
Yes.
I'm gonna take a trip to the video store and check it
Okay.
out.
I
Right.
Out
too,
of the
Pedro, have
blockbuster, huh?
also found where to rent it.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
check it out because
Nice. All
that one's
right.
also getting good reviews.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have not figured out where to rent Keeper, and it is only playing in
It's
a
pretty
couple of
brand new, man.
theaters. Yep.
It's pretty brand new. Yeah. I found it here pretty easily, but
Did
you
you?
know,
Oh, in the
yeah,
theater. Yeah.
yeah.
That's all I got for this week.
All right. AJ and I went to St. Petersburg, Florida, near Tampa, and we went to see Phil Rosenthal. You guys know who this cat is?
Is that the guy
No.
AJ is taking
They
pictures with?
Yeah, Phil Rosenthal. He does he was the showrunner of Everybody Loves Raymond. That was his claim
Oh,
to fame, but he's
okay.
got a new
Um,
show on. Yeah, he's got a newer show on Netflix. I think it's in its fourth season. Somebody Feed Phil, where he goes around the world and tries the different varieties of food in
Gotta
Oh,
feed
different
yeah.
Phil.
countries and yeah, gotta feed Phil, which is fun, but that's not my cool of the week. My cool of the week was we discovered because we stayed there for the whole weekend and we discovered a really awesome art museum in St. Pete of all places because this was a Spanish artist, but the Salvador Dali Museum, and it was
Wow.
two levels, and then they had like an interactive like a 4D film that you watch sort of in the round, and they had like a garden with different sculptures, but a lot of his original artwork, which is really super surreal. I don't know how well you guys know Dolly and Dolly's artwork, but shall we say trippy?
Yeah, as I
Yeah.
So it's
say,
a
they serve mushrooms at the door.
yeah, they probably should have, dude. It was a good time. I'll say this though about Salvador Dali. They had a lot of his quotes around the place, and this dude was a little bit full of himself. Some of his quotes were like, "Art will never change now that I've come on the scene." And then
Yeah, he
he had
was.
another quote. He said, "If I ever die, and truthfully, I may never, everyone will remember the name's Dolly."
He
So
he
I'm
was the
like,
Kanye of
okay.
his time.
There you go. There
Well,
you go.
he
But it
was
was a
right on
fun
one, but
museum.
wrong on the other. People remember his name, but he's not around anymore. So
He did die. He did die. All right. Brian, got any horror headlines, man?
Barely. Let's see. Director John Watts, who was the director of the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, but you guys may remember,
Okay.
horror fans may remember him for his movie Clown.
yes.
Oh, good
Oh,
movie.
one of the first movies we reviewed.
He wants to make a seven sequel franchise out of it.
No,
What?
Out of Clown?
I don't think so.
Seven sequel franchise, taking the franchise into wild
What?
territory, Evil Dead style, with
Wait,
Okay.
crazier stories and more setting or new settings.
the
From the
clown
Clown?
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I thought you meant the movie Seven, like the David Fincher one. I'm like, what the hell is
No,
Seven
this?
movies?
I guess he has a seven sequel story arc.
Okay. For
I'd like to
Clown.
see a sequel of that Clown movie. I don't know if I'd like to see
Did you
seven
like it?
sequels of it, but we can start with one and see how it goes.
See how it goes. I think he's been watching a little too much Welcome to Derry. He's got
Yeah.
delusions of grandeur going here with his clown character.
It seems like all
Yeah.
Who
these people
knows?
do.
Dude, TV
Right.
series are the way to go right now, I think. Movies aren't
Yeah,
making money.
yeah. Hey, look at remember, M Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. He said 7 seasons, and we got 7 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And we
stuck to
laughed
his
him out of
word.
we laughed him out of the room because when we read that he was on season one. And we're like,
Right.
there's
Yeah.
no way this guy's gonna follow. And hey, sure enough, 6 years later, it got actually it got like 4 or 5 seasons, but he said it was 4 or 5 seasons, and
Yeah,
he got
whatever the number was, right, Pedro?
so yeah, but yeah, these guys are all getting full of themselves, man, and they think they could, 7 movies or what. That's a lot,
It's a lot.
for an unproven IP. That's a lot right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. Director Ruben Fleischer says he's hopeful to make Zombieland 3 in 2029, which would keep up with the 10-year
Mm,
period in between each
Uh-oh,
film.
Philip looks nonplussed.
yeah, no, don't do that.
Nobody asked for the second one, so why are we
Yeah.
getting a third one? Like
Just leave
literally
it
nobody
alone.
asked for the second one. And like
Yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg or whatever, like what's his career looking like lately? I know he
Yeah.
has that You Can't See Me movie coming out this week. Um,
Which is another third sequel to a movie that nobody asked
that's
Oh,
right.
that's right. And I think that one already came and went in the theater, Pedro.
No,
I think
it was last week. You're
is
right. It
it
was last week. Yeah,
okay?
because there
It's
was
like,
all
it's
I'm
not
hype.
actually
showing.
I'm actually interested in that movie. I'm not going to the theater to see
Are
it,
you?
but
Well, it'll
but
be
I
available
like
for rent
the
soon.
first one was cool,
Yeah, it
It's the
was
only
cool.
like
one
You're
I've
right.
seen.
and unique. The second one was kind of boring. I don't really remember anything about it.
Is that the
Nor
one
do
where
I.
all I remember is Harry Potter shows up?
Yeah.
Oh
Does he?
no.
In the second
Yeah.
one, I can't even remember. But then at like Zombieland, dude, the original Zombieland is a
Right?
classic. What a great movie.
Not about a classic.
I would say classic. But
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
Zombieland
Bill Murray's
2,
in there stealing the
yeah.
show in the middle of the movie.
Like
Um,
it's super funny. It's one of the greatest zombie comedies of all time, right up there with
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, they actually
I
came out
think
around the same time, I think.
yeah, I think those two were
Okay.
pretty even keel. But then Zombieland 2, it's like, well, there's
And
a
the
reason
thing,
Yeah.
there's not a Shaun of the Dead 2.
and the thing is,
And there never should be.
Yeah.
the thing is that Woody Harrelson has got to be in his mid 60s now. So one of the rules to outrunning the apocalypse is to be able to run, and he can't run anymore. Like I don't think he could. So is he still going to be
That's a
running
problem.
around?
Yeah, that's a problem.
He's starting to look a little like
Tennessee
a
or
zombie.
whatever his name is.
Let's see. Ruben Fleischer also said he is working on a vampire western described as Unforgiven.
Oh boy,
Okay. I'm good with
we
that.
we just
There's a
had
lot of
Sinners.
vampire movies.
Yeah, we just had Sinners. We don't need another vampire western
I
with
agree.
a message. We don't need that. We're good.
Yeah, but like Vampire Cowboys, that could be cool. We'll
They
see.
should have the
There's
purge.
a-
They should have the
There's
purge in like the Wild
uh-huh.
Wild West. I would pay to see that one.
They already had
Yeah.
that, dude. It was called Real Life. Come on.
Yeah, but that's a good little thing. But anyways, no, vampires in the wild. Yeah, there's a bunch of low budget movies with that, theme and stuff.
Sure, sure. Yeah, I think I've seen a few of those.
Yeah, didn't Wesley do one? Everybody was trying to make Blade
Prob
comparisons.
probably.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's right. He did. I think he did the Wild West movie with the vampires.
Probably.
All right,
Hey,
that is going to be it for news. It's very, very slow news week.
all right.
Speaking of
That means
Tends to
it's
vampires,
be that
time
way
to
during the end of the year.
that means it's time for the trailer part. You guys ready?
Yep.
let's go.
All right. Don't everybody speak at once. Brian is going to bring us the big, the small, and maybe another vampire trailer. What's what's the first new trailer tonight, Brian?
Night Patrol, directed by Ryan Prowse, starring Dermot Mulroney, Justin Long, and Jermaine Fowler. Synopsis goes: an LA cop discovers a local task force is hiding a secret that pulls the residents of his childhood neighborhood in danger. Let's go with
Okay.
Pedro first.
I mean, it looks like it's gonna be one of those very uh politically infused kind of movies with a message. That's the vibe that I got.
Yeah.
African Americans trying to fight off police officers is but hey, I'm there for it. It looked fun. I mean, very generic, I mean, there's nothing new. And I think they should have that's a good like reveal. I wish the trailer wouldn't give away what's actually happening because it's pretty
That
much
would be much better. Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah.
we're the trailer's through the point of view of Justin Long's character, and he's just kind of joining the force, right? And he's like another day, and then all of a sudden something happens, and they give it away in the trailer, where it tells you, you know, where what the quote night patrols really is, and then it becomes this kind of like racially infused, in my opinion, anyway, kind of movie that we're gonna see in the third act. So, I'm gonna check it out. I don't even know if this is gonna get a theatrical. I don't think the actors are strong enough
It's
for a theatrical.
Shutter
Is
release.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Okay.
And then so yeah, I mean, I'm gonna check it out. I'm a sucker for those movies, but I'm not expecting much. It seems very like we've been through this before, you know? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it looked interesting to me, so we'll see.
Well, see, and I was kind of worried about the same thing. I'm relatively pro police. I was going to be one there for a minute, but I think the thing being shown through Justin Long's eyes is as a
Hmm.
bright side. It looks interesting.
Kind of
I
a
I
different
think I like it.
perspective, right?
Yeah, vampire cops. It kind of goes on the more fun side. As
It
long
gave
as
me
it's not,
a
as long as the whole damn thing is not about racial stuff, I'm happy.
it gave me End of Watch with vampires
Yeah,
type.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can see
The
that.
beginning of it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Lance,
I, again, too many vampire movies, man. I don't know. We're
you hate
But this is
vampires
Justin
now?
Long as a
no, I
vampire
don't. I don't
and
hate
a cop.
vampires at all. I'm just saying, every time you get a really good one, everybody wants to jump on ship. Everybody wants to do this. Everybody wants to do the same type of movie. Like you have a really good Exorcist movie, and then you're flooded for 10 years with horrible
Well,
exorcism
besides
movies. Like
Sinners, what was the last vampire movie you watched?
the last good one that I
No,
watched.
the last one,
And don't
period.
say Renfield because that one sucked.
No, I liked Renfield.
No,
I
since
actually dug.
Sinners.
Oh, since
But a
Sinners.
Dracula movie and a
Well,
vampire
Brian,
movie is
I
kind of
guess
two
we're due
different
for a
things.
vampire movie. Brian puts it that way. I guess we're due for a vampire movie.
Abigail, is that
I
or
can't
is that
think of
just a
another.
monster? Is
Oh
Abigail a
no, she
monster
was.
or a
Yeah,
vampire?
no,
Well, yeah,
Vampire.
Oh,
that was
vampire.
last year. But Brian's question was since Sinners. I guess you got a point, Brian. I don't really guess I have seen too many this year, but I
I
don't
like
know.
vampires
Something
being the
about it just
classic
kind of
monster.
feels.
Keep them coming.
That's true. That's true.
All
I guess
right.
it's either that or Benicio del Toro's Frankenstein, right?
But that's
Yeah,
true. But okay, but I do have a
or
question.
werewolves.
So is Justin Long like do they
Frank
turn
Grillo.
do they turn on him and then kind of like start hunting him? Because it seems like he's kind of caught in the middle of this battle. Like he's not taking either side, and he has like a big
Right?
ass wound in his chest. So I don't know what's happening there. I guess that's a
Yeah,
good teaser for me to find out. But I don't know. I don't know if the entire movie is him like getting bit and then he's turning and we're gonna get that POV of like, oh my God, I gotta help these people before I actually turn and take out the I don't know. We'll see. You know
he
what?
That's
Now that
a
I
seems
think of
he seems like the good guy, which makes sense because it's Justin Long.
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
good point, Pedro, because I was a little confused on if the night patrol is good or bad,
Mm-hmm.
going by the
Probably
trailer.
bad.
So
I mean if you see who they're fighting, I mean, I don't think society would allow them to be anything but bad at this point. And you know what
but
we
there
just
was points in the trailer I didn't know which way they was going,
yeah.
Yeah,
which
Yeah,
might be
that
the
is true.
But
what
then again, it has
Justin
Dermot
Law's character
Mulroney
is
who
dealing with.
always plays bad guys, especially lately.
true.
True.
And he seems to be like the chief or whatever, the head guy in the night patrol.
Maybe they're both bad, but Justin Long is the righteous vampire.
Could be. Could be.
All right, Night Patrol, I'm assuming hit Shutter January 16th.
Okay, almost here.
Yeah.
And that is the only trailer this week.
All right, on to some listener feedback. This week we shine the podcast spotlight on Dreadful Digest. Good name. The Dreadful Digest podcast is a horror themed show that dissects and analyzes the adaptations of horror novels. It compares books and film versions, often discusses details like Easter eggs and references. And we look at your favorite horror novels and rip apart their adaptations.
Oh,
Sounds fun.
damn.
Check it out.
Yeah, it sounds great. There's plenty of them out there. Am I right, Pedro?
Yep.
Just Stephen King alone, they could
Yeah,
go for like
no
10
kidding.
seasons, right?
He's got a lot. Every year he comes out with two new novels. I don't know how he does it. He's like 80 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
does have another one coming. I probably should have
AI.
said it
yes,
in
he
the
does.
news. You ever read I think it's a short story, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Yummy?
Hmm.
Mr.
I'm sure.
Yummy.
I'm sure I have, but I
That
didn't hear
one's
about
getting
that
a
one.
that one's getting an adaptation.
Well, that
Okay.
sounds naughty.
Well, that sounds that
Well,
could go one of two
he
ways.
he needs a W because
Mr.
the Running
Yummy.
Man was a big turd this weekend in the box
Oh
office.
no, I've been wanting to see it. You just
Yeah.
crushed my hopes.
No, no, I mean the I saw the film. The film's okay. I have a lot
Okay.
of issues with it. It's okay. It's watch, but it didn't bring any money. It was a big flop.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dude, I think theaters are dead.
Yeah.
It's just is what it is.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
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 I wonder if some of these like tentpole movies like the Avengers are gonna bring people back. Maybe not. I don't know. Because they didn't really do that last year or this year, you know.
Hmm.
Superman will underperform, even though they try to promote it like it was a big hit. It made 500 million domestic. When was the last time like a Superman? You're hovering around 1 billion with that kind of franchise.
You should be,
Um,
yeah.
but
I don't think they're going for those no more. Those billion
yeah,
dollars
I
because
think they
all the
lower their
merchandise
expectations.
they were selling for
Hmm.
Superman,
Right?
I think
Yeah.
they were making their money elsewhere.
Hmm. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
it kind of reminds me of those like box office from the 80s, you know, where you would see like Batman opened up to like $20 million and that was a big deal, you know, but
Right.
Yeah.
And
it
that
was
was the
like 80s
80s.
money. It was 80s
Yeah.
money, you know. It seems like we're going back to that now. It's just weird. Like the Running Man made like 10 million or something like that. I was like,
That's
what
it?
the? Yeah,
Well,
it was a big
like I
flop.
kind of want
Yikes.
to watch Running Man, and I totally
I do
would
too. I
if it
really
was
want to
on
watch it.
Netflix, but I'm not going to the theater to see it.
Glenn Powell has beady
Well,
little eyes.
Yeah.
that's right.
He looks like a dickhead.
They were eyeing him for the next Indiana Jones, so we'll see. You know, we'll see.
What?
Yeah, yeah. George
Every
Lucas wants to
character
bring it
I've
back.
seen him do has got this like cocky thing about him. Even
Seems
the
that way, doesn't
even
it?
the football one, which was pretty funny.
Oh, AJ's watching that. The TV show?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
haven't finished
AJ's
it,
watching that.
but
Okay.
yeah, I watched the first few episodes. It's pretty good. All right. And we got an email from our pal Jay Black. He said, "Hey there, my brothers and sister. Lance, I don't judge. Your old pal Jay Black here. I just finished the Black Phone 2 episode, and
How appropriate. Jay Black, the
yeah,
black phone. Okay.
and had to go back for spoilers. I'm a month late. Brian, stop yelling at me. Got to tell
Oh,
you, I
well.
really did love this movie a lot more than I thought I would. Lance, I think you hit it right on the head. It was the aesthetics and sound and just the old kind of VHS style visual on the dreams that really put it over the top for me. Yeah, it did have a little bit of Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees in it. Sure, why not? But when was the last time we had a really good Freddy and Jason movie? So if this is gonna fill the void, I'll take it.
What was the one with the POV shot over and over again that I hate?
Oh yeah,
Uh, that was, I guess, for the
the
consensus,
walking.
not for me. For the
Hmm.
consensus, it was the last time we had a good Jason movie. Um, but I'm gonna give another spoiler. I'm gonna give another spoiler, and
Okay.
I'll
It
get
was a
more
cool
into it
idea. It just really went
Oh,
with
are we
We
talking
don't.
about?
it.
in a
Yes, we
violent
are, Brian.
nature.
We
In a
are.
Oh
We
violent
God,
are.
nature, yeah.
Okay, so here,
no.
so I'm gonna give another spoiler, and I'll get more into it when we do
Okay.
that. Because I usually come on next month for the official list. Black Phone 2, bottom 10 for me.
Oh
Ouch.
no.
Wow.
I couldn't.
Oh
I'll just say
no.
that. I'll just say this, and we'll move on. I couldn't get over the
Okay.
fact that Scott Derrickson said that he had absolutely no idea how to do this franchise, and the only reason they came back with it was because part one was so successful. And you could tell when you watch the
That's
movie
a
how
good reason.
they try to, but they try to like pigeonhole and
Patchwork
like,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and it's like, come, yeah. So, anyways, bottom 10 for me,
I
unless
get
something
it.
drastically changes, and I'll get
You're
more
not
into it next.
alone.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. There's a lot of people that really hated that movie, but I'll get more into it next month. But yeah,
Okay.
Black Phone 2.
All right. He says, I do like the different style where all the deaths were in the past and they didn't go through the trope of killing off the current characters like the camp counselor, which you could have seen a mile away coming, of him dying in the ice. I appreciated that they didn't go that route and doing things a little different. one of the best things that I did enjoy is you actually never see Ethan Hawke's face. He did all the acting, wore the makeup with his name being top billing, and a sequel to boot. And it's amazing that an actor of his caliber would still do this and be like, it's okay if you don't get to see my face. Great style going that way.
I'm sure the
All
paycheck had a
right.
lot to do with it.
Yeah.
And also, and
You
also,
think so?
from what I remember in part one, he doesn't really show his face either. I mean, the part
Not
where
a
he's
whole
just,
lot.
when he's asleep on the chair, he's wearing the mask, right? For like, is he or did I Mandela affected myself?
No, you're right. Even when
Oh,
he's out in public, he's wearing a hat and sunglasses.
yeah. So you don't really see his face. Man, the guy was asleep with the mask on. I mean, come on.
All in all, enjoyed this movie 8.5 out of 10. Wish I
Oh,
Damn.
was
wow. Okay.
All right.
wish I was there with
Opposite
y'all
end
to
of the
debate it live.
Yeah.
opposite end of the spectrum. He should have debated with Pedro. We ought
Yeah,
to do a special show just for that.
there it
Jay
is.
Black against Pedro. I'll go for it. I'll pay for that.
Speaking of Lance, when are we going to do those Ed Gein episodes?
Hmm.
Y'all are killing
All
it.
right.
Love listening to you guys every week. Miss you and love y'all. Have a good one.
That's right after
Cheers,
they
man.
finish the Hannibal episodes. That's right, coming up right next after that.
We're working on it, aren't we, Brian?
It's coming. It's
In the
coming.
works.
Yeah, I think before that we'll probably have some Ed Gein stuff coming out. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, Jay. But thanks
Uh,
for writing in, dude. It's great
yeah,
to get an actual full email, you know?
yeah. Appreciate it, Jay.
Yeah, we need to get Jay back on. He hasn't been on since what, Sinners episode?
Yeah, I was on with
Oh
him for that one,
yeah, I
right?
Yeah.
forgot
Overdue.
about
Yeah.
that.
We're overdue.
And in regards to The Substance, Diana Hodges said, really good movie.
No, I don't know. That's a really great movie in my opinion.
Yeah. She's in the new Landman thing too.
Demi?
Yeah,
To me?
I
No
think.
shit. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's her. I don't know.
Are they on
It's an old
season
lady that's
two?
had a lot of work done. It looks like her.
A little lady.
Yeah,
That could be,
yeah, you're right. I
that could
think
be half
she's in
of
it.
Hollywood.
I saw a
That
poster.
could be
I think
half of
she's in.
Hollywood. So
And
is it sorry to interrupt, season 2 or 3,
season
Philip?
2. Yeah,
Okay.
season the first episode of season 2 is out.
All right.
And in regards to the Blob fan poster, Matthew Heinzman says that's an awesome fucking poster. Agreed.
Yeah. I don't know where Brian finds these posters, but that was pretty badass.
Let's see. And in regards to the Friday the 13th behind the scenes, Don Lowry says also a cutscene, the original X-rated version in Holland was the only unrated or X-rated version, but it shows his demise. Also, please check out our Facebook group for this link. Sean Richards says documentary I did on the film via Smoking Zombie Films.
Oh.
Okay.
Who was that?
Sean Richards.
Sean Richards. All right.
Yeah.
So there's a documentary. I'm sure Nez will see it if he hasn't already.
The
right?
Friday
did
the
it
13th behind the scenes.
on
Probably.
Smoking Zombies.
Smoking Zombie Films. I guess that's the production company.
Oh, okay. I thought he made a documentary on smoking zombies. I'm like, what are we talking about here?
No, I think
It was
that
a documentary.
I think
on-
that was his documentary, the Friday the 13th behind the scenes. He just
Oh,
happened to
okay.
pop
I
up on
think
our
so,
Facebook
yeah.
group.
That's cool. Book them, have them on.
Yeah. In regards to Silent Night, Deadly Night, Dave Christopher says whoever decided to remake this classic horror flick needs to be punished. In all
Classic.
caps.
Classic.
I like it.
Would you
I mean, I can't get over the fact that he's gonna have the Halloween Ends kid. I cannot get over it. I don't like that guy. I don't like. I'm sorry to say, but it wasn't his fault. Like,
Uh-huh.
right? It was not his
Yeah.
fault. I'm pretty. I'll say that right now.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's tied to Halloween Ends for the rest of his life means that I'm bothered by his presence because that character was so bad, and just it fucks with me. I can't see him in anything else. And so
I can't remember what he looks like.
I couldn't pick him out of a lineup, Pedro.
Yeah, but anyways, Silent Night, Deadly Night, I think comes out next month, so we'll see. And he's gonna
All
be the
right.
main character. He's the naughty or nice guy, or whatever his name is.
Billy.
Billy, there you go.
Yeah, that's like that kid that played Joffrey In Game of Thrones, he can't work in Hollywood
He had to
anymore.
retire, man, and he had to go into treatment for mental health.
Right.
He could play another asshole really well.
True, true.
I've never hated another character that much in my life.
I can't think of anybody who didn't agree with that.
All right, that's it for listener feedback. Our intro and logos come from Steve Carlton from the Geeks. Original skull artwork from Natsulani. And if you'd like to help us out, please consider becoming a Patreon patron. We'll let you pick the movies for a future show at any amount. And for $5 or more a month, you get to pick commentary for a future bonus show. And you can come talk about it with us. That'd be awesome. All right, on to featured attractions. It's time for Oz Perkins week. All right, let's do it. The Blackcoat's Daughter from 2015. During winter break, two students stay at an all-girls boarding school in the company of a terrifying presence. Director and writer is Osgood Perkins, also known for Long Legs and some others. This week,
the monkey,
others.
Yeah,
that Hansel and Gretel that I'd rather watch paint dry. It's so damn boring.
oh, that was him, wasn't it?
And he made his first one before this one, The House That Talked to Me, or some wacky bougie name like that. I forget the
Yeah, I
name of
never
it.
saw that one.
I am the pretty one that lives in that the pretty
That's it.
thing
There
that
you
lives
go.
in the
That come
house.
on,
I
bro.
like
hear
that one. I like that one.
No, I'm sure the movie's good because he makes good movies, but those kind of names, come on, bro. Like just
A little
Respect to Lance for
pretentious.
remembering that long ass name.
No kidding.
he doesn't remember what you guys covered last week, but he remember that name so well.
Exactly. My memory is a
Selective.
weird thing. Very selective.
It gets that way as you get older. The week all of Emma Roberts' outdoor scenes were filmed was the coldest weather in recorded history in Canada's capital city.
Ooh.
Damn.
Good to know. All right, Pedro, what'd you think about the Blackcoat's Daughter?
I remember when this movie
an Osgood fan.
No, I wouldn't go that far. But I remember when this movie came out 10 years ago, and it was the darling of the festival circuit. Everybody, this is kind of the
Okay.
movie. This is the movie that put him on the map, actually. Even though he had that
Okay.
one with that long ass name previously. It's weird because him and Ty West to me are the same, kind of like the way they pace their
Yes.
films.
Yeah, that was the
Totally
guy.
got that
And
vibe.
I've never been so bored, but like engaged at the same time. These guys have a weird effect on me. Like their movies
Okay.
their movies tend to be very slow and methodical, but yet like I know I'm interested, but at the same time I'm not really interested, and I know I'll never watch it again. So with all that said, I really like this movie. I think this movie is original. The way they framed the movie with the kind of like the three stories going on. For the first feature, we always talk spoilers, right? Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because it's an old movie. I didn't like the way that it was two different actresses that were playing Cat. I thought that was a
Yeah.
little bit of a cop out because it's
They
like, well,
look
if you
nothing like each other.
right, so
Very
I
true.
I
Yeah.
thought like that's kind of a bait and switch because you can't say that you fooled us because it was two different people playing that character. It was like the reveal was a little bit of a bait and switch to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I thought there
It
was
wasn't even really that much of a reveal either. Like, man, they were
well,
vague about everything.
Well, I mean, in the beginning, you're kind of wondering who this girl is that came out of like the insane asylum, for lack of a better term.
Mhm.
And you're wondering what's going on with the very pervy like James Remar character, um,
Right. Totally
who's like,
wondering.
who's like, I think he's straight up like priming her and some shit, especially during that diner scene. Um, but but so you're wondering
That was
how
the
does this
writing, dude. Everybody in this movie was fucking weird.
Yes.
True.
So
True.
you're wondering how is that connected? How is the Emma Roberts story connected to the other story, right? We don't
Mhm.
know that. And obviously at the end, that's what I mean by reveal. They reveal it at the end, even though it's two
Mm-hmm.
different actresses, which is a cop out.
Cop out. I
Um,
agree.
and then I also think that the story was very thin. It was essentially it's a girl that lost her parents and she gets possessed, and we don't even know if that really happens, but she's talking to this demon, and then she just loses her shit and she kills everyone. The end. And they just
Yeah.
stretch this out. So how many times take a shot every time somebody just walking through like a hallway like trying to
Hmm.
go into a door. There's at least 5 scenes like that
Yeah.
eat up like 4 minutes.
If you hated In a
Um,
Violent Nature, this
yeah, it was
movie's
like, dude,
not for
just
you.
open the
Right.
fucking door already and get in. Um, but the performances were all really good. It was very tense, which I think is one of Perkins' strengths. He just knows how to build that atmosphere. Keeper's the same way, and that's why I think it's hard for us to give up on a movie like his, because even though it's moving very slow, the tension is what keeps us engaged. And it's the same thing with this movie. Like there you could just feel something's off. And then
Hmm.
obviously they reveal it at the end. Um, but yeah, I like this movie. Again, I hadn't seen it in 10 years. I saw when it first came out. I saw it again today, and I liked it. It wouldn't be part of my collection, but it's a good movie.
All right. Brian, what do you think?
It's not the best movie out of his filmography, but I do like it. I It's mostly based off of Kiernan Shipka, the younger
Hmm.
version of Kat, her performance. I
Yeah,
Sabrina.
didn't, yeah, I didn't really care for the reveal of the Emma Roberts was the older version of her, because you could have got somebody that looked closer together, whether it be a
Easily.
different actress than Kiernan Shipka or a different actress than Emma
Hmm.
Roberts. I did like the story being told in, what was it, like three parts basically,
yeah.
Hmm.
broken down like that. But man, there's just nobody to fucking really like in this movie and root for. Everybody's
Nobody
just
to
kind of
root for,
horrible,
huh?
right down to the headmaster
Right.
of the school. The nuns at the school are terrible.
So were the
James
nuns at the
Remar,
school really devil worshippers? Is that how the demon got there?
I don't know how the demon got
Possibly.
there.
Possibly. There was definitely some lore there, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
stories
Yeah,
that had been passed down, but
because she kept bringing
that
up the
might have been
head.
a misdirect too.
She kept bringing up the headmaster, like she was always having
Hmm.
conversations with him. She was going to go live with him and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
he never really confirmed or denied anything.
He never even showed back up.
I shall neither
Well,
confirm nor
he showed back
deny.
up when they found the nuns dead, when he showed up
Right.
with the cop.
Oh, okay.
But by his reaction, I don't think none of that was even true of what she was saying,
Oh,
because he
yeah.
looked
No, I
pretty
don't think
shocked
so.
when he found the bodies. But I've never been, this is one of those movies, I've never been so uninterested and interested in a movie, because there
Yeah.
was times where I was completely checked out and then something would happen and then I would just be kind
Hmm.
of glued to the screen, and
Yeah,
then
he's
I would
got
be
that
checked
power,
right
man.
back out
That's Os
again.
Perkins has that power. Like he
Yeah.
could do that. It's just I don't know how he does it, but there's a few of his movies where I feel that way. It's like, man, it's just boring, but I can't take my eyes off of it.
Yeah.
What a great
Yeah.
description.
Yeah, like I said, not one of his best, but definitely not one of his worst.
Yeah.
Like Pedro, I'll probably never watch this. This is my second time also watching this. I
Okay.
also watched it when it came out, and again for this review, and I'll probably never watch it again. Not that it's not watchable, it's just not, it doesn't have that rewatchability for me. Like I want to go back and see it again.
Also, what is a black coat?
Have
Yeah,
something to do with
there
the
was a
devil,
lot of
maybe?
there
I
was a lot
mean,
of symbolism in this movie as well, and I think it was
yeah.
one of those. This was the beginning of the whole like processing trauma era that horror got into, like especially like what they call elevated horror, which is a dumb term.
Okay.
Um,
Processing trauma.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I think again, this is kind of like the start of it. Then now we've had a bunch of movies like this, and now they're starting to wear a little thin on me. Like I get it, everybody processes trauma different. So a lot of this point of view, I think, is through like the cat character, and because
Hmm.
she's processing the death of her parents,
Sure.
and through those like weird phone calls she's getting, and then finally she got the news that they did die. Did
So,
they had
but
it?
were they
Were
already
they
dead?
already dead? Yeah, that's my thing. Were they already dead? And then that was her trying to process that. And finally, when they finally told her that they did die, maybe that was her just coming to terms with it. And maybe in her mind, if she kills and decapitates all these people, she's gonna get her parents back. So there's a lot going on. It's like a whole like symbolism there,
I
and maybe
think
that's what
she
the
th
name refers to.
she thought if she killed and decapitated these people that she would get the demon back because she seemed pretty
Yeah.
disappointed that the demon was
That's
gone.
Yeah,
right.
that was
Yeah.
what she was doing. She was
Yeah.
trying to offer up sacrifices, and she
Sacrifices.
went back to the boiler room, but the
And
boiler was cold and there was no sign of anything, and she was just kind
hmm
of essentially heartbroken. That last scene, she's crying in the middle of the road because he didn't come back for her.
And she's finally alone.
Yeah, and actually, the original name for this movie was called February. I don't know why either. That makes no sense either. But the reason that they made them change it was because back in the day when we had the red box selections, it
okay.
was like the B came before the F, so they figured,
Mm,
you got to change the name. I do remember he did an interview and he was talking about that how they made him change the name. Originally, it was
Huh.
called February.
I don't think either of those names are. I thought it was going to be like a
Uh,
period piece or something.
I think
I did too. I did
February,
too.
meaning that I think all the kids are taking their break from school in the month of February for some reason.
That's what I would
Well,
have figured.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it makes more sense. It's not a great name for a movie, but
Yeah.
all right. Lance, what'd you think?
Yeah, I thought this movie was a little bit all over the place. It was interesting the way that they had different things going on at different time frames, and like you guys brought up, you couldn't really tell, what had happened sometimes at certain scenes. Like it was kind of hard to tell. And then yeah, as Pedro mentioned, it was very off-putting. I don't know if it's necessarily a cheat so much, but it was really off-putting that they had two completely different looking actresses playing the same character
Yeah.
that were supposed to be just a few years
They're like,
apart
oh,
in the
they'll
Did they? Did
never
field,
guess
they?
something like
this. Of
that.
course we fucking
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Yeah, well, yeah, duh, I know. So, in my opinion, I think Osgood Perkins was onto a lot here, and there was probably a lot more to it that we just didn't pick up on. But I'm not sure if he had the same skill that he develops later in his career, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
this was for Black, it was his first film, so gotta give him a break.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's some really good kernels of ideas.
Yeah.
The one thing I really, really enjoyed about this movie that I thought was super unique, and I've never seen it before, is because, okay, like I said, I was saying earlier jokingly, so you get one good Exorcist movie and then you get 16,000. So one thing what all those exorcism movies have always had in common is they're like better off without the demon. They're happy to be rid of the demon. They're glad to be free of the demon. This one kind of wanted it. It was kind of weird. Like, what the hell? And that weird shot. And Osgood's good with this, and he's really good in the new movie with this, just barely showing that shadow of maybe something with horns kind of in the
Yeah.
background, when the exorcism was performed, but you couldn't really tell if it was really there or not.
Well, and it was
And
in
I
some of the
really,
earlier scenes too. And I was like, is that just some shit in the background or am I
Uh,
supposed to be seeing that?
okay, I'm looking at Blackcoat's daughter. It is
okay,
the Blackcoat's daughter would be basically she would be related to a clergyman or a priest.
Hmm.
okay. And you've got the priest in there, and you've also got Remar's character that he wasn't a priest,
That
right?
makes
He
even
just
less
had a,
sense.
I know, it's kind of weird, but
Yeah.
stay with me here, Philip. Did Remar wasn't a priest, right? But he had
No, but he was
the way it was
religious.
filmed. Okay, but there
Yeah,
was
at the
one
diner,
scene.
it looked like he had a collar on for a second.
But he
Absolutely.
wasn't even
Totally looked
her
like it to me.
dad. He was the other
I know
girl's
there's a lot of
dad.
weird,
Yeah.
twisted, mixed up stuff here, right? I just don't think he quite nailed it. But I kind of like that. I like that concept of, it's not like you're trying to get rid of this demon and your life's better off without it. You're actually kind of like depressed and kind of like, well, what do I do now? I kind of want to be a Hellraiser. I don't know. It's just a different way of looking at it. It's just not the usual trope. And I thought that was kind of original.
And maybe that was the grief of the parents dying or something, you
Yeah.
know?
Could be.
Because the parents are dead, she's alone. The demon's there, she's not alone anymore. Now the demon's gone, she's alone again.
Yeah, because they
Um,
do in the beginning they do talk a lot about how like, oh, aren't your parents gonna call you? Like everybody's kind of going with their families and getting these phone calls, including Rose. She's talking to her folks.
Hmm.
And so I think it
Although it
was
seems like the school would have known if her parents were already dead.
that's
So
true.
maybe she was having like a premonition.
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Hmm. Anyway, But yeah, no, I think it was good. It had good tension, and like I feel like it was missing something. Like I needed something big in the beginning to go, wait, how did that happen? And then we slowly figure out how that happened. The way they
Yeah,
did it,
I could definitely see that.
yeah, the way they did it was like, well, something's going to happen and we're slowly going to figure it out, but we're not going to tell you what it is. And I'm like, well, but then what do I care? you know? So like especially for the first probably half hour of the movie, it was like stuff that was happening was very tense, and it was like it was nothing, but
Right?
I was kind of hung on it, but I was like,
Mm-hmm.
why am I
Why am I
I
so hung
need
on this,
I
right?
need a reason to follow what they're doing. Otherwise, I don't really care. Like, why? What are we doing here? He just sort of goes through this long diatribe of stuff without showing us the what we're trying to figure out. Like
Yeah.
a crime movie or whatever, right? Law and Order, every episode, they show you the crime and then they have to figure it out. We didn't get to see the crime. We just got to watch them try to figure it out.
Yeah, yeah, but I think I
True.
think I think
True.
he got I think he got better at that because even with
Yeah.
Keeper, as we'll talk about, he does throw a little more crumbs at you along the way, so that you don't get kind of bored or whatever. Not that it was the most exciting movie either, but there's a little more crumbs along the way, that are kind of part of the bigger puzzle, and so
Yeah.
so he did improve on that as he went on with his career.
But it was a cool collection of creepy, intense, psycho-ish scenes, which
Yeah,
he seems to be really good at.
yeah.
I don't
Well,
know if
that's
the
his dad,
dialogue
so.
was great because every single character was super fucking awkward in every interaction they had with anybody. So I'm gonna blame that on the writing.
Yeah, not the best dialogue,
Yeah.
right? Or the best delivery by the actors either.
Well, I mean, I think
But
they
he
were
was
doing with
new.
what they
He was
could
new.
with the dialogue that they had.
Were
Like,
they?
the weird wife in the car that was talking about her dead daughter, and she went on a whole monologue about it. I mean, it was like straight out of a theater, you know, and it seems to be where that's like not how a real person would interact. It's weird.
Yeah, because it was like, but a lot of that too, which was Lauren Holly, by the way, which I hadn't seen in a movie in a long time. Um, but it was weird because it was there just to serve the plot. So when we watch it again, we could say, "Aha, all right." Because she was like, there was a cheesy scene where she was like, "Do you tell everybody that you meet that your daughter was murdered
Yeah.
when?" And I'm like, "Come on, like that's so on the nose, like relax." And there was no build up to that. She just got upset. I don't know. She just got and she just started like giving all this exposition about what we're about to find out.
Yeah,
Um,
because all you needed was that one scene where she sees the picture of their daughter and then she goes in the bathroom and then she laughs.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then you reveal later that, she's the older version of Kat and she killed Rose. I thought
Hmm.
that would play it a lot better than the whole wife explaining things in the car.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like I'm okay with not knowing what the fuck is going on, but I need to have a reason to not know what the fuck is going on. Like, you can't just throw a bunch of random ass scenes at me.
Right.
uh but I having said that though, I actually did like the movie. I think it is especially as one of his first efforts.
Hmm.
Um he was kind of building up to something. And there's definitely some talent there.
Yeah. Did you guys ever watch Hansel and Gretel? Because that movie's really boring. Like really
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
we reviewed it once upon a
okay.
time.
Maybe I
Yeah,
was
way
on here with
way
you
way back then.
because
Once
that's
upon a
oh
time,
God.
Hansel and Gretel.
I have no
Yeah, because
desire to watch it again. I know that.
It's been a
uh,
while. It
all
wasn't
right.
super memorable, was it, Brian?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
I just remember that one girl from the It movie was in it. That's all I
That's
remember.
right.
Oh, is that who that
That's
was?
right.
Yeah,
Yes, that's right.
and she's good.
So with her, it should have been better, right?
All right. Scores. Pedro, what do you think?
I'm gonna go 7 on 10. It's a solid movie. I don't regret watching it, but it's not a movie that I'm gonna go back to. And then there's a lot of like little things that I don't really agree with. The acting,
Sure.
some of the writing, using two actresses. So yeah, I'm gonna go 7 on 10.
All right, Brian.
I'm also gonna go seven, and that's based off Kiernan Shipka. I like what she did in this movie. Even flash forward to Longlegs, her little cameo scene where she's the
Hmm.
unhinged mental patient. I like to see her like play that kind of role, but in like a major character and something else.
It's got
Maybe
to be
maybe
coming,
maybe that's
right?
that maybe that character is this character, and Longlegs takes place in between this movie because
I hadn't thought
Mm.
about that.
she
I
was
hadn't
in
thought
the
about
she
that.
was in the asylum for a while, so we don't know.
So she
Possible.
changed to Emma Roberts and changed back to Karen Shipka.
The demon changed her.
Yeah.
He's in the Osgood universe.
That's
Uh,
right.
Lance, what do you think?
I'll go 6.5. I just think the story wasn't quite there. It was too all over the place, and I think it was tightened up a little bit better, and had they
Yeah.
used like the same actress, but maybe changed a few things about her, it probably would have jumped up a little bit. But not bad. Not a bad movie.
Yeah, or if they had used the other actress and Emma Roberts, because they looked similar. I
Yeah.
think that might have worked.
Mhm.
Um, oh, I'll go seven too. I think I really liked it. It was, yeah. I mean, I definitely have my complaints about it, but it was still a solid movie. A little bit of it was just vague on purpose to like try to be artsy,
Yeah.
but
Probably so, yeah.
that's kind of fun. So I'll take it. At least they had some real answers. It wasn't like so vague that it didn't make any sense. It just didn't make any sense while you were watching it. Now I kind of want to watch it having known what happened. Not really. It was really slow. All right. On to Keeper 2025. A romantic anniversary trip to a secluded cabin turns sinister when a dark presence reveals itself, forcing a couple to confront the property's haunting past. Director is Osgood Perkins. Writer is Nick Leopard, also known for Dangerous Animals. Okay.
All right.
Uh, a teaser trailer for Keeper appeared at the end of the Osgood Perkins films The Monkey.
Oh.
I don't even remember that.
I don't think I stayed for it.
Yeah. All right. Pedro, what do you think about Keeper?
Another one that I enjoyed. I had absolutely I wasn't gonna go see this one. I went to go see it because I was gonna be on this show. Well, I went to go see The Running Man, and then I snuck into this one. So,
There you go.
uh, and just because it was starting, like as soon as The Running Man ended, this one was starting. So,
There's nobody on there
Okay.
anyway.
but I
Probably
enjoyed
not.
it. No, there wasn't. You guys, it was one person way at the top. Um, but it was one chick actually, one girl, like a maybe in her like late 20s, which always makes me feel weird
Yeah.
because
Does
she
it?
sees, well, I mean, she's gonna see like this creepy dude walking in, AE me,
Right.
and it's like he's by himself, and then she's gonna be like, well, what the fuck is up with this guy? Why does he want to watch this? It's just two people in the fucking theater.
I bet he's gonna
Um,
take
Right.
his dick out, that Pee Wee Herman son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
I don't worry about that too much.
uh, so at least it wasn't like a Disney movie, like a cartoon or something. Then I really fucked with
Yeah.
her. But no, I really like this movie. I thought it was another one that you're peeling the layers, right? And then you're getting a little more information,
Sure.
more information. Really like the third act. I thought it was a good payoff, not a great payoff, but a really good payoff to everything. Do have some questions along the way, which I'll get into in spoilers. Um, but I really like it. I mean, I didn't think the main actress had a lot of like character development. Like we really didn't know much about her to where I feel like if we would have gotten to know her a little more, we would have cared more as her story's developing in the movie. But we had enough to where it's like, okay, this is intriguing. Yeah, and then like again, you get all the reveals in the third act, which was great. Then I do have some questions about that. Like the ending was kind of weird. But
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. I thought everybody did a good job. Um, it's funny because you're wondering like, is this gonna be like a crazy lady movie? Like, is that what is this turning into? Like, what's happening? But it's really not that. It's actually, she's being manipulated in a lot of different ways. So that was kind of cool because that's kind of where I was going to. Like,
Hmm.
what's going on with this girl? Like, is
They
she
made
like?
you think,
I thought it was a trauma movie. Like, maybe this is she's processing her
right?
trauma or whatever. But that wasn't it at all. And so that was kind of again
Right?
subverted my expectations there. Um, and yeah, I thought everybody was really, really good in the movie. The brother was did a good job. The main guy, who's like one of the Sutherland brothers, which I didn't even know. There's another one, Kiefer and Donald, and I guess there's this guy too. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, so I don't know. Until we get into spoilers, I'm gonna say that I really enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed it, not really enjoyed it. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was a positive experience to go watch it.
So you wanted more character development of the main actress, but
Yeah,
you you're free.
that's one of my little things. And not to take your Thunderlands, I'll let you get more into detail if you want. But I did see a little bit of a woke agenda, a little bit, But we'll get into it in
I'm not
spoilers.
gonna say that. Yeah, I wouldn't say I wouldn't put it that way, man. I will say though that if he spent too much time on character development, Pedro, you couldn't get those 5 minute shots of opening a door. So you gotta
Yeah, that's true.
you gotta
That's
decide
true.
what to put in.
All right, Brian.
Didn't watch it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Didn't have
Well,
time.
That's okay.
Tried
Me
to.
neither,
I
man.
had plans
it
on watching
happens.
this and Running Man. I had planned
Oh,
today to do a double feature, and I couldn't make it to either one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all right. Lance, what'd you think?
yeah. I kind of fucking love this movie, really. At the end of the day, and the more I thought about it, the more I, like left the theater because it does fuck with your head throughout the movie. And
Yes, it
Pedro's
does.
right. It pays off, and it's much more straightforward than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be something real
Sorry.
esoteric, but no, that's literally what it is. It's what the story that the dude describes is what happened. There's obviously a lot more to it, dude. It's all symbolism, right? From the kept woman concept to the box to the cake. It's like everything's total symbolism in this
The
thing, right?
patriarchy, all that stuff.
Of course, of course. But yeah, I like the way that it was shot. I mean, I thought it was gorgeously shot from the beginning. There were some super weird shots, like for example, like well, I try not to go into spoilers, right? But like that one scene where she's sitting in the bathtub and you see the water, and I'm kind of
Yeah.
like, are we gonna? Is this just gonna get cheesy here with bad special effects of like ghosts and stuff like that? Is this just a straightforward ghost story? I really don't want that. I
I
didn't
was
Is she
sign
expecting
gonna
I
up
was
for
I
sleep
that.
was
with a
I,
fish man? Where's
I was
Guillermo del
expecting like
Toro?
claws to start coming up between her legs, the
I
Freddy
did
claws.
too. I did too. Yeah, with that real soapy water where you couldn't
Yeah.
see what was going on under the surface. And by the way, both these films, Osgood Good Perkins had shots of young women in bathtubs with their feet exposed. So there may be a Quentin Tarantino thing
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
maybe
going
he's
here. I
he's
don't
he's
know.
into those feet. Yeah, I don't blame him.
Well,
Um,
at least he's into clean ones.
that's true.
Very,
That's true.
very much so. Yes.
Tarantino is not.
That's the difference. All right, so there, yeah. So I wouldn't say woke agenda, man. I wouldn't phrase it that way. Number one, we've taken that phrase and we've bastardized it so badly over the last 8 to 10 years from what the original
I agree
intention
with you
was of
there.
that phrase that I'm kind of afraid to
But
even say it
I feel like
anymore.
it was kind of like a little bit of a feminist movie. A little
Very well, kind of, right? But I mean, it was also the shoe was on the other foot too, because it also showed not only the manipulation of certain people and the way it's been that way over the centuries, right?
Yeah,
But you also got you kind of got a taste of, but then again, people allow themselves to be manipulated, right? Like they
that's
put
true.
themselves into these weird situations, like all the red flags are flashing, right? But you still go into that spot. But it worked for both characters in a weird way.
Yes, I like
Because
that. You're right. I do like that it was very neutral when it came like the her character, the main actress, who was She-Hulk, by the way. So she needed a W because she took a lot of shit for that show.
Yeah.
Um, uh,
I didn't hate it.
she she's a little. I mean, she's a little materialistic. She's a painter, so she's struggling financially. So she
Hmm.
latches onto this like doctor guy and you get, he takes her to the big beautiful cabin in the woods because he got money and all that stuff. So yeah, it was definitely playing on those tropes of like, women looking for men with power, which is, I thought
Hmm.
it because that's based on reality. A lot of women do prefer that. Nothing wrong with it. That's just the reality. So I really enjoyed that part because it was very grounded. And then I also feel like when everything's revealed, I also feel like the villain, and again, I'm trying to be vague. There was a little bit of tragedy to the villain too because they were stuck. They were stuck in a very repetitious cycle of things they couldn't get out of. But then
Okay, I
again,
could
but then
see that.
again, they
I
were
could
getting
see that.
compensated, right? They were getting compensated,
Highly compensated.
highly
Yeah,
compensated. And I say they because there's more than one, by the way. Uh,
right.
and so they were getting compensated for something, yeah. And so it was interesting to me. It was very, very fair when it came to the writing. Yeah, really good movie. I really enjoyed it a lot. And
Hmm.
and and it kind of, and it's one of those movies. I like these movies where you haven't. I hadn't really watched the trailer. Had no idea what it was gonna be about. I just know that it was gonna be slow because it's Osgood Perkins, and I just
Hmm.
sat there and it just kind of reeled me in. Like, as the
It
time is
does that. Yeah, it does
I was
that.
perking up. I was like, oh shoot, okay. When I were going here, 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 and by the end, I was all in, and I was very excited and happy to have watched it.
Yeah, the way this movie worked with me is like so real early on I was like, okay, it looks like kind of a straightforward story. And they've even got tropes. They're going over the top with the tropes, right? Like the cabin in the woods, right? Right
Yeah.
on the nose. And you think, okay, this is going to be really on the nose, and then super weird start stuff starts happening. And like you think one particular character seems very not necessarily innocent, but maybe kind of docile. I don't know how to describe
Right.
it
No, I
without
agree with you. Yeah,
going
yeah.
into spoiler territory, and then you think this other character's very douchebaggy, very over the top, like obvious villain type thing, and then you find out the truth of it, and then they talk about other people that are even. They said, well, can't say it yet. Never mind.
Yeah.
Um, so to keep my train of thought, but once you got past that first, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of the movie, that felt very tropish, very
Yeah.
tropish. And once you get past that, like weird little things start happening. And then I love the way that the photography was because things would be just barely off. Like you'd have somebody and the camera would be right on their pupils, and one of them would be just slightly off.
Yeah.
Like they use maybe a little CGI or something.
He's
You know
good
what I'm
at that.
talking about?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's good at those little
And
like creepy camera shots.
He's
weird
got like
shadows in the background.
Osgood Perkins is going to find the right movie at some point and win some
Hmm.
Oscars.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
Longlegs was
so.
almost
I think
that,
it's
but I
possible.
mean,
Mm.
everybody liked Longlegs. I thought it was a little overrated, but everybody loved it, so that's fine. So yeah, he's on his way. He's on his way for sure.
What'd you think about the effects, the design
I loved them. I thought they
toward
were
the end,
really,
third
really well
act?
done. Yeah, yeah, no, they were all very well done. Even the middle, because we have some
Hmm.
wacky stuff going on in the middle of the movie
True, true.
with effects and creatures. I thought they were all very well done for sure.
All right. We're gonna start spoiling here soon, aren't we, if we keep talking?
All right. Well,
Yes,
let's do scores because I didn't see it either. Pedro, what'd you think?
I'm gonna give it an 8 on 10. I have to watch it again, and I will watch it
Nice.
again. Yeah, I'm gonna give it
Nice.
an eight
Okay.
on ten. Maybe it could hover on my top 10. We'll see. I have to make the list, but it was really good. Both of you should get out there. Well, Philip, I don't think it's gonna come to your area if it's not there already.
Oh, I'll
Um,
find it at some point
but you're probably gonna have to rent it
At some
eventually.
point.
once it's
Yeah.
available.
Yeah.
Yep.
So so yeah, but both of you should definitely watch it. It's a really good movie. Not necessarily original, very tropey, but it's a good payoff as well.
Okay.
Hmm.
Lance, what'd
Eight
you
on
think?
10.
Yeah, I'll go 8.5. It's
Oh, wow.
it's up there for me. Yeah, it was one of those that after I left the movie theater, like it fucks you up a lot, and then you get a really good explanation at the end. Really, it's kind of there's a few questions about the explanation per se, but at least they explain it to you, so they don't kind of just leave you wondering, is it this, is it that, or
Yeah.
whatever. And I was really worried it was going to do that, and I like that, but yeah, I would say that it's I don't know, an hour after the film when I got home, 2 hours, sleeping on it the next morning. I was like, holy fucking shit, that was a really damn good movie. It had a lot of good
Yes.
stuff in it.
I'm with you. I'm with you. And you know what it is, Lance, as I'm hearing this conversation. I think the payoff was really good. I can
I
that's
do
what stayed
too.
with like I feel like with all because
Yeah.
it's all build up. The whole movie's build up. I would say the about an hour and 10 minutes of this movie build up, build up, build up. You don't really know what's happening, and you think you know what's happening, but that's not really what's happening. And then they hit you with the payoff, and that's when it's like this is a goddamn good payoff, and that's really what made the movie great to me. Just because it's all about how the movie, any movie, it's all about how it ends. Do you know? And so this one definitely hit the landing for sure.
Sounds like Osgood Perkins is good enough at like good at being vague enough to make you think about it, but not
Okay.
so vague that it doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
It's a good
No, he is. He
good
is.
way to put it.
He's not like a David Lynch kind of guy where you
Yeah.
have to kind of like do research and
Yeah.
introspect your own identity to find out what the hell's going on. Um,
Yeah.
but 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 uh but then you wonder why the hell did he do the monkey? That's like
So
opposite
different.
of you
Yeah.
Yeah.
know
Jarring if you're
yeah, like maybe
expecting
he
an
just wanted to
Osgood
have a good
Perkins movie.
time and just kind of like
I
not really
think
think
so.
it, or maybe it was a paycheck movie. We don't know, but it's all that's always that movie's always gonna stand out in his filmography. It's just a weird choice that he made.
It definitely
Agreed.
was a weird one. Although I'll always remember that pool scene.
Yeah, having a chick
Yeah.
blowing up in the
Kind of
pool,
funny.
the
That's
bus at the end for
fantastic.
no reason, people dying on the school bus or whatever.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, so
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Spoilers.
well, spoilers, but I don't know if we want to do that here, man. Do we, Pedro, with these two guys
it's
I
up to
haven't
you,
seen?
Lance.
Oh,
Whatever
you
you
know,
want.
you guys can go ahead and
I
spoil that. I don't mind.
I don't really know if we need to spoil the big twist.
Okay.
I kind of want to do that for the listeners too, right? Because what if a lot of people don't choose to see this, and then they're listening for the spoilers, and they're like, "God damn it, now I got to see it." I
Yes.
don't know. I mean, do you want to talk about just the payoff, Pedro?
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just say this, and I'll still try to be vague. I did have a problem. No, not a problem. I just didn't have an answer, I guess you could say. Why did they finally choose her to give those people their comeuppance? Like, because they had so many other women come and go. Why did they
Hmm.
choose her to finally be the one? And I think the answer is in the movie. We just have to watch it again because
I have a theory.
the person looks like the other person from back in the day when they first discovered
Yeah.
that creature. And so I do wonder why her. Um, and that's really my only issue with it. Like I wish it would have been more clear, but I'm gonna go under the assumption that the answer is in the movie. I just probably missed it. And other than that, I think the way the brother goes was weird because he was kind of like a big villain himself, and he just kind
And that
of
was kind of too easy,
yeah, and to me that tells me
considering they hadn't done that in the 200 years.
right, and then he just kind of
Yeah.
shows him being pulled up the roof, and we never see him again. But that tells me that their revenge plot was in motion the moment that the girl got there, because the brother perishes pretty early on.
That actually builds up my theory a little bit.
Yeah, so that other than that, that's all I'll spoil. I mean, I just wonder why they chose her to be the one that finally takes care of all this. Um, and yeah, because there was a throwaway line of like you're the chosen one or something when they all get her down in the basement.
Hmm.
But other than that, which was a good effect when the creature took the bag out of her head
A
and you could
great
see all
effect, man.
yeah, it
And
was a
not even the
really
best one.
no,
There were a lot of good effects. A lot of elongated necks and smoke monsters and a lot
yeah.
of
I
weird
don't know why
stuff.
I don't know why she had to eat that pie. Like what is that? Like what happens when you eat that pie? Because that's kind of a big thing, like plot device in the movie. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'll say. Those were my only little gripes with it. Like, why was she the chosen one, and
Yeah.
and the brother kind of dies kind of easy. But what do you got to say?
Well, she did say, I feel like I'm on mushrooms while I'm here, right? And that was after she'd scarfed that whole pie that night. So it's something the creatures had put together for sure, right? So is
Yeah.
it like I don't know. That's kind of a tough one. My biggest theory to what you were speaking to, man, about why was she the chosen one to end the cycle of abuse, right? 200 years of male domination abuse or whatever you want to call it. That's
That's right.
right. Okay, so I think she literally was the same person. And I
Oh,
think
okay.
that goes into like the cycle type thing, right? And like reincarnation, if you choose to call it
Hmm.
reincarnation or just the same character that that came back again. But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I think that makes the most sense to me. But I guess everybody could have their own theory and idea about
but
that.
wouldn't the
At least,
doctor?
at least they didn't use two completely different looking actresses like the
No,
Blackcoat
they
stuff,
didn't. No,
right?
that was they didn't. But I feel like the doctor would have picked up on her when he met her at
He
the
did.
coffee
That's
shop.
what trapped him to her too, man. Because he was in
That's
love
true.
with her. Because that
Yeah,
was his original. He was like atoning for his original sin with
yeah,
her.
yeah.
So I don't know.
And I like how Osgood Perkins made sure that he could keep the IP going because there's a scene where he
Sure.
goes down to the basement and there's a lot of
Right.
women in the
Hmm.
the little mementos that he
Do
keeps.
a Welcome to Derry type series,
So
right?
Os
Uh-oh.
Perkins is like, I'll get 20 movies out of this because there's a
Easy. Or
every
a
little
series.
memento is a movie, you know?
Right.
We could have the another creep tapes in our hands with this character.
Right. What was with the honey at the end? Well, they say they used honey back in the olden days to preserve things, right? So I
Yeah,
guess that,
something like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
okay. Well, that's
So,
an easy one
That
then.
makes
All
sense.
right. That's enough, right? We don't
yeah,
want
that's
to
enough. People need to
need the
watch this
whole
movie.
twist. Yeah, it'll be one I'm thinking about for a long, long time to come, you
I
know?
can't wait. I did want to watch this movie. He just wasn't playing anywhere close.
I
I
think
mean,
you'll be able to pretty soon, right? Is
Yeah.
it a neon or is it it's not
it's a neon.
A24, is
No,
it?
it's neon.
Where do the neon movies usually end up, Brian?
On the internet.
Too
That
right.
works. Works for
It
Okay,
is.
me.
fair enough.
I know
They don't.
A24 is HBO Max,
Is it?
so I
Okay.
don't know where
Yeah,
Neon is.
All right.
they're too
Maybe
new. They haven't really signed the.
Shutter? No.
No,
Okay.
it should not be Shutter.
All right.
It ain't gonna be Screenbox or the Nightwing or whatever the other one is. Um,
I don't think so.
you know
Night
what?
Flight,
This guy has been busy, man. So he had Long Legs, the
right?
Monkey, and this one all within like a year, maybe a
And then
little
he's
more.
working on another one, right?
He's
Yeah,
moving, man. He's moving.
he's filming the young people. This one
How
And it
has
old?
might be.
Tatiana Maslany, who was just in The Keeper, Johnny
Oh,
Knoxville,
okay.
Heather Graham, Nicole Kidman.
Huh.
Okay, okay.
How old is Osgood Perkins?
Not
He's
He
old,
he's.
I don't
is
think.
I mean, he's not young either.
51.
51. Okay.
To me, that's not old.
Yeah, I mean,
To you guys, it is.
the way
So you
he's well, I mean, that's still, right in the middle of his career. He's still got a ways to go, I
Sure.
think. But like if he keeps churning them out, he's gonna run into the right one because he's got some cool like filming methods and some really interesting scenes. He just needs a real good story.
and you figure he's catching up because he started late. Like his first movie was he was 40, so he
Yeah.
kind of got a late start.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, because the Black Cook's daughter was 2015. So um and yeah, so I don't know. Anthony Perkins' his kid. That's his kid. So
Yeah.
he had a silver spoon his whole life. So good for him.
He's grown up
Whatever works.
studying film, and his dad was
That's
in
true.
one of the greatest horror movies of all time. So
Yeah, and directed part three, which was a good movie. Psycho 3 is not bad.
yeah, which means I assume that he knew Alfred Hitchcock at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. So when he was a little kid.
That makes
Mhm.
sense. That makes sense. All right. Well, Pedro, thanks for swinging by, man. Helping us
All
out
right, so
here.
next time I come on here, will be probably next month with my list. I always have my,
All right.
during around Christmas time, I'll be on
Yeah.
here with my top and bottom of the year. And we'll see. We'll see. I gotta think about it. I gotta put it together, and that's when I'll come back. Obviously cover the movies for that week. But until then, we'll see you guys.
All right.
I'm
And
doing the catchphrase to you kill me. So
okay. What's next week, Brian? We got a commentary. Last Thanksgiving from 2000. I've never heard of this one.
I haven't either. Is it a horror movie?
Yeah,
Okay.
best I can find.
All right. That'll
That's
work.
cool.
We've done most of them. Thanksgiving related horror movies.
Yeah, there's not a ton of them out there.
Not a lot. Well, all right. Well, we'll do this one, and we want to thank you guys for listening to another episode of The Horror Returns. So far, our website is still up. I'm trying to get it moved over to a cheaper domain. But for now, we're still thehorrorreturns.com, thehorrorreturns at gmail.com. Jay, thanks again for the thoughtful email, brother. We appreciate it, man. And Pedro, until the horror returns again.
Good night.